The second thing we do is we allow you to place that reinsurance treaty, right? We allow you to, as a cedent or a broker, to manage all the reinsurance purchasing in one place, track all of your deals across, if you're a client, across all your brokers, if you're a broker, across all your cedents, centralize that experience, manage any type of reinsurance deal. So we've seen some exceptionally complex structures and programs. There's nothing we cannot handle, I don't think, at this point. And then more importantly, once we help you manage and track all those deals throughout the process, stay on top of, especially when you're talking about 1/1s, like everything happens at one time of the year.
Yeah.
Then you got a couple other renewal seasons, but like reinsurance, especially the big treaty stuff, isn't kind of trickling in week by week, right? And the listeners know this now. But so when you have that like drowning in deals during these parts of the year, like, are you too going to a Friday meeting in the boardroom as you run through the spreadsheet of all the deals in flow?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people nodding their heads because they know this is how it works, right? You go into the conference room Friday morning or Friday afternoon and you sort of run through where's each one of these things at? What are the quoting markets doing? What's all happening? And you...
Where's that quota share at? Oh, we've had 2 quotes in.
Yeah.
Oh, we're waiting for the data still. Oh,
right.
Yeah,
and that same piece is then tracked all the way through to like, have we sent the evidence of covers out to all these different, like,
yeah.
It's and so what the Deals platform does is it centralizes all that into a single workflow, makes it really easy to navigate and fly through which deals are at what stage, what you need at different things, manage things like where deals get everything, like I said on the PAX piece, who you share those deals to, who can access it, how you're updating and tracking that, but deeply, deeply collaborative. We've talked about our platform being thought about supporting all 3 parties of this agreement. And the deals piece is like central to that, right? It's a place for the brokers to sort of manage those deals on behalf of clients to see all their deals in one place, reinsurers to see all the deals that they're being shared to in one place. Like, it's designed to support all 3 parties there and remove just mountains and mountains of friction and be more auditable and have all the benefits that like you lose when someone's WhatsApping their mate to get the quote done.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
and it's transportability and compatibility as well, right? So we've had this situation in our industry for years, especially if you're listening to this from the sort of more post-bind world. Front office and back office don't talk to each other in our industry, right? You have the actual frontline buyers, brokers, and underwriters who do a bunch of business together, get a deal done, and then sort of lob a bound slip over the imaginary fence, as it were, to their respective back office teams who have the job of going like, oh, some money got to move here. You know, we've got to pay millions in premiums and at some point probably collect some back in claims. But how much for whom? Oh, let me scroll to page 1 million of this this slip and see what the order was for, you know, that particular entity and how much they were signed in the end. And then also we should probably capture more than just how much they signed. In fact, we had some quotes that were not taken up at all. We should probably track those. Or likewise, as a reinsurer, there's some deals that we didn't quote on at all. Yeah, and we don't actually have any record. Yeah. We just have
and there's the individuals. They'll have a system in place, but it's like you need to then take this 50-page PDF you've been sent, and rekey 60 different fields into your system that will then tell you how much premium you need to pay to different reinsurers and all this, and you sort of go through line by line by line. Not an error-proof way, I'll be honest, to have it where it's someone's like rekeying the 30th time they've rekeyed the UMR and the 50th time they've rekeyed that reinsurer's name next to us and adding the signings and the authorized percentages. Like, it's just fraught with error. And so when you do deals on Supercede, not only is it better during renewals because all the things are there at once and you can manage everything from firm order terms to tracking quotes to receiving authorizations and issuing signings and buying all of that, all the things you'd expect it to do, it does. But then more importantly, because we think about it as connecting parties, we can then send that data to all the parties involved with what they need, so they do not need to have people rekeying it over and over and over and then hoping that when they get that claim and going, I thought it was this number. Only to then realize that the slip, someone just like added a 0 or left off a 0 or transmuted a 7 to a 1 or something. Like those mistakes happen. And so because we can just send the data via API, like all that's removed. So we've looked at the reinsurance purchasing process and identified like the 2 critical areas of most friction that conveniently sit between the most parties.
Yeah.
And gone, we will help here.
Yeah.
And that's really, really gaining a lot of interest and momentum.
Yeah. Supersede deals is an entirely unique proposition that sits in the market for you, and by you I mean the cedent, the broker, and the reinsurer, to collectively track and manage every reinsurance deal that you buy consistently in the same way, and then during and after that deal to be able to send via API that information from that deal to any other system in your business that you use, be it accounting, be it claims, be it policy admin system, etc., so that nobody has to do stupid manual work that a human should never have to do.